Hello, welcome back to another trek through the dungeon starring JabGut, the level 24 Spriggan, who was started off as a one-off throwaway run and has shown a distinct lack of being a one-off or throwaway. Let's begin. Where last we left off, I had forsaken the usual pattern I used to beat the game, and instead gone straight for the bottom of the dungeon. I've reached floor 27 and mostly cleared it out, but I only have one rune, so I still can't enter the realm of Sot. Options available to me include the Slime Pit, the Shoals, and the Abyss, all of which are reasonable. Vaults 8 would be extremely difficult since Mennas is guarding the 7th floor, and the vault guards have been awakened and alerted, and they are all surrounding the staircases, so going down could mean insta-death. I could use a teleport slash, not teleport, a red staircase to just appear on the bottom floor, but I'm dubious of what it would mean to go in there and have no means of getting back out. And while the treasure vaults would be nice, the enemies there are theoretically at least capable of killing me. So I am really choosing right now between the Abyss and the Shoals. Shoals is the safe bet, the simple bet, the easy bet. Regardless which one I choose in the end, I'm going to want to make a trip back to the lair, so let's do that first. And since I'm invisible, I'll probably get away with at least one kill here. In fact, only one kill here. Okay, I'm not sure why this floor has enemies on it, considering that I cleared it before, but they must have come up back since then. Oh well, now those enemies are allies. And just like that, you turn an enemy into a friend. Or a undead zombie, which is kind of like a friend. Okay, let's travel all the way back to my stash. Shouldn't take too long. Actually, it's going to take quite a while. But I need to like drop a little bit more weight stuff and then make my final arrangements and then decide where I'm going. Digging would have been really nice, but I still do not have access to the dig spell. There is a fairly reasonable chance that I will be able to acquire digging if I go into the vaults and clear the vault chambers because of the amount of goodies, gold, and shops that are likely going to be there. But I don't want to do that. I feel like that's risking a life for a item. Anything else? Ooh, why have I not even thought of Alistair's intoxication? Confuse all intelligent humanoids. I mean, if it's a guaranteed success or something, this is actually a really good way to open. But I vaguely recall using this before to disastrous effect in entering the Lost Realm. Now, what is phase shift? I've never heard of this either. That makes it sound like it's a bonus to my evade skill. Let's go ahead and see if that's the case or not. Henzel, learn DB. Yeah, normally I use the wiki, but this time I just want a quick answer. Phase shift. Oh, come on, seriously? Just phase then. Z phase shift. Level 5, translocation temporary +8 to EV, found in blah 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 and blah. Duration can be extended via recasting to a maximum of 30 turns. Replace force scribe div 5 and 0.6. That's fantastic. I'm not sure why I wouldn't use that. Stacking that on top of my already amazing... In fact, let's just look up EV while I'm yammering. But stacking that on top of my already amazingly high 40 EV, or 40-ish EV, is kind of awesome. Let's see if... I'll just look it up alphabetically. It'll probably be faster. Evocations, EVP... On Fiber Armor, EVP, Evil Yoshi, Evil Mike, Evil Gods, Evil Shorthand for the evasion stat. Improved by the dodging skill, equipment with elevation bonuses, repulsion field mutation, phase shift spell, Provide equipment visuals, blah 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 blah. And we have 2 links, so let's see what they are. Melee, ranged, melee, once fighter. I don't know what any of this means, but whatever. Evade as it reaches maximum dodge. What is that? Dodge rate. Once you hit 40, an increase in 10 to your evade barely increases your dodge chance, actually, is what this graph is telling me. But that's only for a hit dice equals 1 monster. For high hit dice monsters between 20 and 30, it's a steady increase almost regardless of level. In fact, for hit dice up to 10, an increase of 10 is fairly significant. Yeah. So hitting evade 50 is not a bad idea at all. It looks like they apparently have like a big list of stuffs here to decide whether or not it's useful. Bottom line, more is ranged monster who is a fighter. Ranged monster who is a fighter equals no. Ranged melee monster who's a fighter. Melee monster who's a fighter. Okay, gotcha. So against ranged enemies, 10 points of evade is, even at between 40 and 50, is always useful. And against melee monsters who are high hit dice, it is still always useful. So phase shift is a totally in, since I'm only at 40 evade right now. Let's go ahead and memorize it first, if I can. And worry about hunger. It should be a level 5, so hunger might be a lot less than... Hunger is actually none. Wow. Okay, hungerless level 5s, people. That's a huge plus. Hunger is none. Translocation skill required for it is... Oh, please. I have no translocation skill. Are you kidding me? Let's go ahead and fix that. I do want stabbing to graduate to a full 24 before I turn it off again. And flat 15 is good for now. We'll turn that off. Okay. We're going to turn off ice magic the moment it hits the next ground number. Because my conjurations of ice clouds are, well, they're not worth holding everything else up for it. As far as the decision for where to go next is concerned, which is why I came here originally. Not corrodable, 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 not corrodable, not corrodable. I can switch this into a non-corrodable robe very easily. I don't know if I can do the same with my hat, and I know I can't do the same with my cloak. In fact, let me just confirm the truth of those statements. I have several extra cloaks, however, so that's a plus. Okay, and there are a couple hats that are available. And there's the non-corrodable robe of clouds I can pick up and just wear into the dungeon if I so desire. How is phase shift in terms of casting it right now? Oh yeah, it totally just... You're out of phase with the material plane, your movement speed is very quick, your attack speed is extremely fast, you are incredibly resistant to hostile enchantments, and you feel incredibly stealthy. Yeah, this is an awesome character. And what kind of spell power are we getting off of this guy too, now that I think about it? Oh, it's only halfway there. So yeah, translocation still makes sense, to make it reliable and such. I think the correct decision is going to be to do the Abyss first. It will give me more opportunities to gather stuff. I can fly, and I'm Spriggan speeded, and I can haste myself, so there's no question I can live and get away from stuff overall. It might burn up a few of my consumables, which is nice because I have too many of them as it is. I'll drop the magic mapping in preparation. I also might find something valuable while I'm down there. For example, actually we'll drop the Ring of Teleport Control too. In fact, I should make a separate stack of the stuff I'm dropping so I just can easily pick it all up again. But yeah, I might find the digging spell that I want so badly. And even if I don't, who cares? I mean, it's not a big deal. And there's bound to be a little bit of food there to keep me going, because I only need a little bit. Sustainabilities. I should actually wear sustainabilities while I'm in there. It's more important than wearing Ring of Slaying. Actually, I have so many means of restoring my abilities, it's not a big deal either way. Let's see, what else am I dropping? Holy Word. No, take that with you. There's a good chance that you'll find a good place to use it. Heal wounds are a must. All this extra agility is excessive. Well, yeah, but that's the whole point, isn't it? Let's drop one and keep one. Levitation is useless. Well, keep one in case you run out of mana. Potions of magic, keep 2. Brilliance can go. 1 invisibility only. I know I'm never going to use the potion of the resistance, but let's go ahead and drop one of them anyway. Okay, that did not last very long at all. It's not worth 5 mana to use a spell. Actually, it doesn't last as long as it takes to cast. And this is definitely going to be my new Z slot, since this guy already has swiftness innately. So where's phase shift? Phase shift, phase shift, phase shift. J comes Z. Okay, this is turn number 61654. Let's begin heading towards the abyss. Actually, I should probably take food with me too. All of that. And then we'll head off to the abyss. Okay, it lasted around 50 turns, probably around 30, and it didn't give me a message when it went out. Neither of which is very good. This is a safe square, which is, I guess, as much as one can hope for. Let's make sure that I'm comfortable with what I'm wearing and what I'm wielding. And do I have a strength ring in case? Yeah, I do have a minor strength ring in case, so let's just get moving. No, 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 I changed my mind, I want to fly first. Yeah, okay, now send me in. No, 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 I want to eat first. Now send me in. Yes. Okay, if I was unencumbered, I would have even more of a speed boost. But I think we all know that's not going to happen. Sustain abilities and resist mutations, so I'm not going to hopefully leave here a scarred mess. All these extra scrolls I'm getting, I'm going to try and use as fast as possible. So, did it actually work? Oh my god, it worked! Wow, I have a 6/6 sword now. But yeah, I'm not going to think about carrying excessive scrolls. If there's a scroll I can get an immediate use out of, I will totally do it. If not, well then I'll consider carrying it. So, enchant armor, enchant weapon, they're getting used immediately, baby. I want to leave here more powerful than I entered, not the same. 110 is decent, flight is on. My god, I have vision of enemies all around. It's so beautiful. And they don't have vision of me, so I can totally just come up to them and stab them. This is how the abyss should be, man. It's crazy easy. I say that because I'm fighting level 1 enemies and lemurs and stuff, so that even when they see me, it's not a big deal. I'm sure if I was fighting serious enemies, it'd be a lot scarier. Let's go in... not invisible, let's go evadey. Okay, that's max leveled up. Freeze Cloud is still at 28, that's fine. Let's focus translocations. I really want to pour it on there. The spell power of this spell should go higher. Fly again. Is it a charm too, or is it a pure, no, it's a pure translocation, okay. Because this is usually the kind of thing that's a charm. Also, is... Mystic Blast is available. I really should pick that up. It's kind of a good standard to have, and oh, there we go. Food, food, food. Let's kill off the enemies that can see me first. Pretty sure that this is an abomination and therefore going to be immune to ensorcelled hibernation. But that doesn't mean it's going to be immune to being hit in the face with a sword. So let's get the bread ration. Turn on regen, wait a couple turns, and then move. I really don't need to be killing enemies. I don't know why I am. I should just be focusing on getting out of here, shouldn't I? Let's burn you, and then confuse you, and then stab you. One of those is going to kill you. Okay, my regen ran out, my health is full. Flight is reactivated. Oh, it looks like a portal. I don't know where to, but It's a portal. It's a way out. Nah, we're staying. We're gonna try and clear this sucker. I don't know if the relative positions of exits remains the same anymore, or at all. I know it used to. Hey, it's a Lugonu altar, and why is there red over here? I'm gonna head in that direction since I see a red spot on my radar. I don't know what the red spot means, but it's more than I had before. Nope, the red spot's gone, but there's another red spot due north of me, so I'll check there instead. Or is a red spot... Oh. Red spot just means an enemy, I guess. And an old enemy still leaves a red spot, so that's what I'm seeing. Unidentified scroll. What the hell could that be? And that's a Balrog. I don't want to tempt fate by trying to kill him. I will, however, drop a freezing cloud on the board all the way up here. Mostly because I see that I have the potential to get another bread ration shortly. Okay. This is ridiculous, just how much vision I have. In fact, this kind of vision will soon enough probably lead me to accidentally see the exit. No wonder people say that somebody told me, I forget who, that I believe that the Abyss rune is easier to get than any other rune in the game for a Spriggan with Levitate. I'm beginning to understand why, and Flight makes it even easier. And I'm not a early game guy, I'm like closer to end game now, so yeah. I should get something better for this, man. There you go, now you're dead. Let's go ahead and evade up. Fly is still good. That's a weapon scroll of some kind. I wants it. I has it. I reads it. And it worked. Oh my god, I've had some good luck to make up for all the bad luck I've had in the past, I guess. Phase shift induces contamination? I did not know that. It suddenly has become a lot less likable. Since contamination is responsible for one of my deaths. But whatever. It's not a bad thing. It's just means you can't spam it. You gotta use it when you care for it. Or care to... When it's important. How's that? When it's important. I do need to heal pretty badly. My mana, not my health. Okay, none of those look like particularly friendly to fight enemies. I do have resist mutation on, so I should be okay for the eye. But let's just run on past them, since I'm under no obligation to clear the floor or anything like that. That looks like random territory. This is probably not the correct direction overall, but who knows. Let's go ahead and burn you while we're waiting. Yeah, I actually am enjoying the Abyss right now. This is an unusual feeling. Usually I go into the Abyss and I hate being here and I can't wait to get out and get on with the game. But right now, it's actually proving a lot more fun. And I'm going to identify this scroll with a scroll because, yep, the odds of it being a blink scroll were very high since my current unidentified items list, in fact, has no other scrolls. So it was a guarantee. Also, it's almost 50-50. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4 others. So it's 4 and 4 for potions being good or bad anymore. And amulets, the two most dangerous ones, inaccuracy and stasis, are still present. Yeah. Seriously, no wand of paralysis this late in the game is kind of sort of unheard of for me. Stab, 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 stab. When you learn your scales and your arpeggio. Ooh, it's one of the aforementioned most likely bad for me potions. Let's read it. Decay. Okay, Now the statistics improve slightly. Scroll of amnesia. You have a vision of a gate. Ooh, where? Right there. Awesome. I don't need it, but awesome anyway. Abyss surfing. Okay, so we found the gateway out twice. I'm uncertain where to go to find the rune. I believe that due north of here is a place I've been already. I don't know if there's any preservation of territory at all, or if it just appears to be, but there really isn't, so let's ignore the possibility of there being for now, and just, or let's explore the possibility of that territory being preserved by treating it as though it is. And if it turns out I'm wrong, well, no big deal. I was just searching randomly anyway. Yeah, an enemy just appeared behind me. Oh my god, this vision is insane. No wonder the divination school got axed. It's just so powerful. Like, why would anybody play a game as a caster and not have the C map ability, you know? I mean, unless it was level 10 or something. Okay, here we go. Enemy. Boom! You dead. It's so satisfying. Translocations are gaining appropriately, and stabbings have nearly hit 24. They don't really need to be any higher than that for a 3-runer. All in all, I must say this build has proven incredibly successful, especially when you consider that it's only the second time I've done such a build. It said strange energies course through your body. It said it again. I feel like they're trying to do something to me, but my sustain abilities plus resist mutation, one of them has to be doing something. Nope. This time he got me. And it's actually one of the worst possible mutations for me. Shout uncontrollably on a character whose stealth is 23. Yeah, that's kind of sad. This place suddenly became no joke. I've got to deal with the fallout of what I've done here. But I'm here for the rune, so I will stick around until I find it. And I do have one potion of cure mutation that I've held on to, so who knows, maybe that'll be the way I go in the end. Pretty sure hellwings are fiery, so maybe they don't like cold. Creatures that don't like cold, they better not be that intelligent, because they're walking straight into it. Alright, that's a draining wand, I'll wager. It is, but now it's an ally in my fight against the Lich. I'll grab him with fire and then walk away. Walk away. Man, I cannot believe that actually hit me. I guess, statistically speaking, there was a very good chance of it happening. It was like 20%, and I was meleeing a character. So it was bound to happen eventually. I should at the very least have picked up evade, and then closed the distance so that he wasn't attempting a distance attack like polymorph other. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. In any event, seems to me like the most likely direction to search now is northeast. So, away I go. And without dig, I can't just keep moving in one direction. Sucks. Hunger is steadily creeping, so we'll eat some. I should eat a bread ration just to keep the stock small. Ooh, orange. You know, for a guy like me who hates having excess food, who worries about food insanely, and is constantly at risk for weight issues because he's carrying too much of it, it's kind of surprising that I preserve it as hard as I do. I think starving to death in the dungeon once in a good game but having to be ground to death by starvation is all it took to make me, like, super cautious from now on. These guys apparently don't care about sticky flame. That's kind of scary. No, don't fly into the cloud of flame. Be smarter than that, boy. Okay, so 2 exits later, still no rune. So I'm totally engaging my evade before fighting him. And that should be my new habit. If I intend to fight something in order to force it to stand inside a fire cloud, I should be evasive first. What's next to boost? Stabbing is at 24. Stealth is 24 with help. I guess dodging is the next thing. And we'll also trickle into spellcasting at this point still. Nah, we're not trying to lower the hunger cost on anything. Really, I have all the power I need. Just trickle into armor, if anything. But I don't wear any armor. I don't really need any of this stuff. It's just pour it into fighting. Health is always good. I've literally never felt bad about having health. Oh, come on, that was a perfect stab. And somehow he stopped burning almost immediately. Quite probably because he's in the middle of water. You know what, let's just get out of here. Make sure my evade and fly are up, and then just run. I mean, I don't much fancy the thought of fighting a draconian long term, and I could totally go invisible to kill him at once, but that would require me using up invisibility. Which might make me hungry. Yeah, that's how stupid I'm being. Trapped in water. Make sure to keep your flight up. Okay, you know how I said before that phase shift was producing glow? I think I might have been wrong about that, because I don't have any glow and I've used it 3 times in a row. Yeah, I'm just going to use invisibility at this point. That will generate glow, and that's fine. Or contamination, and that's fine. Because I do want these guys dead. Translocation says buffed. Drop it. Would I be burdened if I lost flight? I don't have the ability to stop a flight spell, apparently. Let's try and regenerate mana by standing still. Like, really regenerate mana by standing still. There's a vampire that can apparently see me sort of losing. There we go. I would, in fact, be encumbered. That sucks. Let's fly and put on evade, and then slash this guy's tires. By tires, I mean his arteries! 'Cause tires are like arteries, right? Yeah. Anyway. Let's figure out what this book is and if it's not worth keeping. And it's not, yeah. Because, let's be real here. The only spell in there that I would even consider learning is Poison Arrow, and that's so at odds with being a stabber that I'm not ever gonna memorize it, so let's just drop it. No, if I got out of here alive, I would be very happy to have Poison Arrow in my arsenal if I could learn it. So, let's instead... It would require me to bring Conjurations up, though, and I'm not gonna devote that kind of... Am I? Let's trickle Conjurations. No, focus on your bread and butter. You already don't even use your level 4 attack. And drop that book. Evade is up, so I should be okay to just fight him head-to-head range. Evade is up, so again, head-to-head range and takedown. One Mephitic Cloud to eliminate them. You know, this Shout Titus is not doing nearly as badly as it could have. Alright, let's head due southeast this time. Okay, there's a lot of enemies in there. Or either that or one very persistently moving enemy. Which leads me to believe that might be a significant area, which makes me want to get in there even more. Oh yeah, this looks like a significant area if I ever saw one. Let's go invisible. No, I'm contaminated. Oh, fuck it. Let's go invisible anyway. And if that becomes a problem, I can always read a scroll of vulnerability to undo the contaminate. Oh, you know what? These are all just boggart chow, probably. Oh no, something paralyzed me. I don't know what paralyzed me, but something paralyzed me and I instantly died. I thought clarity would prevent that, and I was claritied. Ah well, died in the abyss because I attempted to take on a boggart's worth of enemies instead of just running away. During this whole game, I never found abjuration or dig, which is why I didn't take the safe slime rune. However, this was an immensely successful run in my opinion. I have no doubt that I could have picked up the 3 runes required to get to the Realm of Zot. Getting the orb and getting out would have been a different story, and would have been very interesting to see. Instead, I got gored to death and surrounded by a bunch of enemies. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time.